Hello, in this video I'm making more of a rural interchange. The main idea behind this was to make a simple diamond interchange, but in the end I went for a more partial cloverleaf design. I felt like the diamond was a bit boring and didn't really fit this sort of area. Like, I more think of diamond interchanges as like in the desert, in like near Las Vegas or Utah or somewhere like that. So maybe with more of a theme map I would do a diamond, but as it was, like I said, I did the partial cloverleaf and just went full on with the detail and the decals. Did some slip roads to like easily turn right, and in the end it turned out quite well. I've done similar ones to this in the past, but with new mods and assets and stuff. This just felt like the right thing to build. Now you can't see them yet, but Lost Gecko made these amazing prop highway embankment like props that you place up against a wall, and it looks like it's been built with a concrete wall, and then you use proper asphalt on top of that to smooth it out. But it's a great addition to the game, and I use it a lot here for the walls to add a more stable looking like platform. And it's thinner, obviously, because you could use before keys, but they don't really work because they're too big. If keys were a lot thinner, it could potentially work, but they also mess with terrain and they're a pain to work with. So these highway embankments props by Lost Gecko are amazing. He also came out with tram grass, which is what I was moaning about in the last episode, the one with the roundabout tram. And that's exactly what I wanted, and I played around with them today, and they're great. So good. They were so good I was thinking about just making like a small tram like area, like I don't know, just very highly detailed, but I haven't made that yet, so we'll see if I make that in the future. So getting on to a little bit of what I'm doing in the video, I'm simply just adding like lines to designate where cars turn, where they drive. I added a big yellow line down the center because as it is here, there's 3 lanes at the stoplight, and they change halfway to allow the road to be thinner but also like wider. That doesn't really make much sense, but they do it a lot in interchanges like this, or just places like at junctions and stuff like that. So here it is, the embankment wall. I can't actually remember what it is exactly called. Highway embankment wall, I believe. And there's also a more of a stony one. This is the concrete one, but there's more of like a stone brick one for all your other needs. I found they're actually quite useful for walls, for like very thin just walls, which I also use in this build just to wall off an area. It looks quite good. So you can see I'm just tucking it underneath the raised road piece, and it looks like it fits in like really nicely. It just hides away all those unnecessary stuff, and you can place them like here I am, making a slight corner because of that terrain that was messed up. You can just build around it, and then on top of that add ploppable asphalt to the mix. And it just caps off nicely. The only problem is it would be nice to maybe have like some sort of concrete that you can use, but ploppable asphalt is the only sort of way I can think about doing it. And I do it on both sides. I add this highway embankment to both sides to improve just the general look of the interchange, the way it feels. And to deal with the steps down, I sort of just turn the highway embankments and make sort of steps that go down, and it looks alright. It would be nice maybe to have a sloped variant of this, but the only problem is slopes are... there's so many slope angles there can be, so it would be difficult to do, I suppose. This works out just fine. It works out great. And here I have. I've skipped forward a bit, and I'm simply adding some decals at the bottom of the wall, just sort of make them blend easier with one another. Because I found that the solid colours of the concrete and the highway embankment wall just didn't blend very well. So I simply put a little dirt there, a little cracked like decals down, and some bushes just to add to the area, and then I put several decals on top of the ploppable asphalt, which is the main reason I use it, so I could put decals on top of it, and it looks good. It looks like not 100% what I wanted, but I'm more than happy with the way it came out. And in this part, I'm simply going through with my normal like detailing an interchange with these green curbs and the ruined texture on the ground, just adding to the area. Imagine water has gone down there and the grass is a bit more dead. Just finishing up general parts of the interchange that for some reason like messed up, like those zebra crossings just appeared again. Like maybe I tweaked the road slightly to mess those up, but I'm not sure what was going on in that part. But I just simply moved the asphalt decal and it covered it up nicely. I really need to come up with a better way to do these like interchanges. Like these grass curbs are great and are amazing, but I use them a lot of these interchanges when I just don't know what to put in areas. Like I just need to better things to put in these like corners, and I don't know, I just find them, if I leave them empty, they just look too empty and they look boring, and they just don't look that exciting. So I need to come up with something better to fill in that area, but I'm still not sure what that will be. Now in this part, I just go through a massive amount of bushes and trees. I add tons of them. There's been a lot of new trees and bushes added to the workshop. Pedelmo has added tons, and there's been this new bush sort of thing. It's a very low bush that I like. I've used it a lot here to just add to corners where I think a bush would grow, like, and then I will add the lower Pedelmo shrubs to the area just to fill in the gaps. I thought I may as well mention it because I'm running out of things to say, but my audio setup has been doing weird things while I've been recording this. I'm not sure what the hell is going on, so you may hear issues and my volume may be different because it was all messed up and it's just nothing's going right at the moment. So that's just a heads up to see what's going on in this. I don't know what's going on, something weird. So I'm coming to the end of things I can talk about in this video. I simply go through and add a lot of like tire wear marks to the roads. Now that they are officially like wheel spin, like those kinds of marks, but I view them as like more tire wear. Like a lot of trucks have driven over this area and their tires obviously wear out and they drop rubber on the ground, and that's what I view it as. But it does look a bit more like wheel spins and stuff, but that's how I view it. I had a ton of those to add like wear to the road, and it looks good. So I'm going to leave it here, leave the time lapse run, and I'll see you next time.